Kevin rides a late-model Harley-Davidson Sportster, has for 6 years. Knows that bike like he knows his own house, every sound, every feel, every quirk. Rides it to work 3 days a week on a stretch of Tennessee highway he's covered so many times, he could do it half asleep. Last April, Kevin did everything right that morning. Checked his mirrors, wore his full gear, left 15 minutes early, merged onto the highway clean, settled into the right lane at 65, and started his commute like he had 300 times before. At mile 4, his rear tire let go. Not a dramatic blowout, not a loud bang, a slow, progressive loss of stability. The rear end starting to move in a way rear ends are not supposed to move, that Kevin managed with every ounce of 11 years of riding experience. He got to the shoulder, kept it upright, sat on the guardrail for 10 minutes before his hands stopped shaking enough to call his wife. When the tow truck driver looked at the tire, he said something that's been living in the back of my mind ever since. Man, you can see this from 10 feet away. How long has it looked like this? The tire had a sidewall bulge, a visible, obvious deformation indicating internal structural failure. It had been there for weeks, possibly longer. Kevin had never seen it because Kevin had never looked. Not really looked. Not the way a professional looks at a tire before trusting his life to it at highway speed. Here's the uncomfortable reality most American riders need to hear directly. We do not treat tire inspection like the life safety task it actually is. We walk up to the bike, glance at the tires, decide they look fine, and ride. Maybe we kick the tire, and I genuinely do not know what information we think that provides, then throw a leg over and go. We inspect our tires the way we inspect a carton of milk. Quick look, seems okay, move on. That approach works fine for milk. It does not work for the 2 contact patches between your 500-pound motorcycle and the asphalt at highway speed. Here's exactly how professionals do it, what they look for, where they look, and why each item matters. 4 categories, 3 minutes. Go through this before every ride and you will catch problems that would otherwise catch you. First, tread depth. The one everyone thinks they know but gets wrong. Every motorcycle tire sold in America has tread wear indicators built into the grooves, small raised rubber bars at exactly 1/32 of an inch, the legal minimum in most US states. Find them by looking for a small triangle or the letters TWI molded into the sidewall near the tread edge. When the surrounding tread wears flush with those bars, the tire is done. Not almost done, done. Replace it before your next ride. But here's what the wear bar system doesn't tell you, and this is the part most riders miss entirely. Motorcycle tires don't wear evenly. They wear in patterns, and those patterns tell you things about your bike's setup and maintenance that a simple depth measurement never will. A tire worn smooth across the center but with good depth on the shoulders has been chronically overinflated. It might read acceptable depth at the wear bars while simultaneously having shoulders so hardened from underuse they will not grip in a corner the way new rubber grips. A tire worn heavily on the edges but thick in the center has been worn chronically underinflated. Asymmetric wear, heavier on one edge, points to suspension alignment issues or wheel balance problems worth investigating. Read the wear pattern. It's your tire's report card on everything that's been happening to your bike.
Second, sidewall inspection, the one that could have saved Kevin. This is the most critical part of any tire inspection, and the most neglected, because the sidewall faces inward and most riders never actually look at it directly. They see the outside face and call it done. Get down, physically crouch beside each tire and look at the entire sidewall, both faces. You are looking for 4 things: bulges or bubbles, any deformation that looks like a blister or raised area that shouldn't be there. This is what Kevin's tire had. A sidewall bulge means the internal belt structure has partially separated or ruptured. The rubber outer layer is the only thing containing the air pressure. That layer will fail. There is no safe mileage remaining on a tire with a sidewall bulge. 0. Get it off the bike today. Cracks or crazing, a network of fine surface cracks resembling old dried paint. A few hairline cracks on a tire with decent tread is sometimes acceptable, but deep cracks, cracks that open visibly when you flex the sidewall, or cracks propagated across a significant area mean the rubber has hardened beyond safe service life. Age does this, regardless of mileage. A 6-year-old tire with 8,000 miles can be structurally unsafe, while a 2-year-old tire with 12,000 miles is still perfectly serviceable. Cuts or impacts, any slice, gouge, or puncture in the sidewall rubber. Unlike tread punctures, sidewall damage almost never has a safe repair option. The sidewall flexes dynamically with every rotation, subjecting any repair to constant stress cycling. A cut deep enough to expose internal cords means replacement. A surface cut should be monitored closely and replaced at the earliest opportunity. Cord separation, visible as an irregular raised line across the sidewall or a soft spot that feels different from the surrounding rubber when pressed. When internal cords begin separating from the rubber around them, structural integrity is compromised in a way no external examination can fully quantify. If you feel or see anything suggesting internal irregularity, the tire comes off.
Third, embedded objects. The one that's hiding in plain sight. Roll your bike forward slowly enough to expose the full circumference of each tire and inspect the entire tread surface. Nails, screws, staples, wire, glass. In American urban riding, debris pickup is a routine reality. Here's what most riders don't realize. A nail embedded in the tread may not cause immediate deflation. The object can act as a plug, maintaining pressure long enough for you to ride home without noticing. But every rotation works it slightly, enlarging the puncture channel. It will fail. It's just a question of when and at what speed. Run your gloved hand slowly around the tread surface, not your bare hand, because glass and rubber is very findable with bare skin. Feel for anything that doesn't belong. If you find a nail or screw, do not pull it out in your driveway. Removing the object immediately deflates the tire. Mark the location, ride very slowly to the nearest shop, and have it evaluated professionally. Some tread punctures are repairable. Some aren't.
Fourth, tire age. The number on your sidewall most riders never read. Every tire sold in the United States has a DOT code molded into the sidewall, ending in a 4-digit sequence. The first 2 digits are the week of manufacture. The last 2 are the year. A tire stamped 2319 was made in the 23rd week of 2019. Find that number on both your tires right now. The Motorcycle Safety Foundation and most major tire manufacturers recommend replacing motorcycle tires at 5 years from manufacture, regardless of remaining tread depth. Beyond that threshold, the rubber compound has aged to where its grip characteristics, particularly in cold temperatures and emergency situations, are meaningfully degraded. This matters enormously in America's used motorcycle market. A secondhand bike might have tires that look perfectly fine, but carry a DOT date showing 7 years old. Those tires feel fine at 45 miles per hour around town. They will not perform like new tires in an emergency stop at 65 on a highway. Check the date, know the age. If your tires are over 5 years old, budget for replacement regardless of how they look. 3 minutes, 4 categories: tread depth and wear pattern, sidewall condition, embedded objects, tire age. Kevin's April morning on that Tennessee highway was preventable. The information was right there on the tire. It just needed someone who knew where to look and took 3 minutes to look there. Be that person. Every single ride. Hit that like button and subscribe. Next week, we're covering how to read a tire's age, grade, and load rating, so you never again buy a tire without knowing exactly what you're putting on your bike. Ride safe. See you then.